So this young man attacked and unalived his boss for owing him about 6 to 8 months salary. But instead of paying him the salary that was owed, he was building a house for himself. So his name is Awaji Moses. He's from Benue State but grew up in Delta State. He's about 26 years old and he has had working relationship with his boss for over a year. And his boss, his name is Victor Ochie. He's in his 30s. He runs a food processing company and that's where this Moses works. What they do actually is that they take palm fruit and turn it into palm oil and other derivatives from it. And since last year, about October, according to him, he has not been paid any salary. Anytime he brings it up, the boss will just be like, big man like you, why could they ask me for money now? Notice that they build my house, calm down for me. But because of the working relationship, Moses just overlooks it that maybe he's keeping it, compiling it for me and he'll pay me at once. With big money, he can do something for himself, maybe leave the job, go do something better. And every day when he comes to work, Victor will always give Moses about 500 naira to go and get lunch or something. And probably Victor was thinking, I'm giving him enough money, enough for him. And probably assumed that also he'll be getting small from the side. And everything was just going on. Until one day when Moses actually just stopped work. He was like, if I don't get my money, I cannot continue working. I mean, stopping the work would have been a better decision, right? But then Moses returned to work and was still working for this guy. But low-key, Moses was pissed. How can you be owing me money and you're building a house? Does it really make sense? But all of this is according to Moses' confession. So while all of this is getting into Moses and getting him worked up, he was keeping his anger. And one day, on a Sunday when there was no work at all, Victor called on Moses so they could go to a palm plantation and source for the palm that they will use to produce for the next week. Usually, Victor will always leave this work to Moses to do. But on this day, he wanted to go by himself. So he brought his bike. And while he was waiting for Moses to join him, Moses was coming from the back and he found the mortar and pestle that he is in pounding this palm fruit. He took the mortar and left the pestle and went straight to Victor and hit him on the head. He hit him the first one, he hit him the second one, and the moment he dropped to the ground, he held him by the leg and dragged him across the bush. At the part where he was bleeding, shed from his body and used to cover the head part where he was bleeding. He dragged him through the bush and placed him in a plantation of bamboo and left him there. He took out his phone from his pocket and fled the scene. Now, after some time of not seeing Victor, Victor's people began to call his phone, but he was not picking at first. Then Moses started to pick. He changed his voice and was speaking to him and said Victor had been kidnapped. And he asked them to bring a ransom. Guess how much? 10 million naira. Mind you, while Moses left his boss, who is Victor, at the bamboo area, Victor was still actually breathing and could be saved at the time. But he didn't do that. He told them to bring him 10 million naira, else they will never see their brother again. So they rally round, they beat it down and beat it down until they got to 300,000 naira. Maybe he thought to himself that at least it's only 300,000. If I take 300,000, it's not bad. So he agreed to collect 300,000 naira. But here's where you know that there's a problem. This guy sent his OPay account with all his bank information and his details and everything. He sent it to Victor's family. Like they would literally know that this is you now. But before all this happened, Moses had already told the family that it's this person, it's this person. He had pointed to different people, and all those different people were under investigation with the police. In fact, police had arrested some of them. After he realized that, oh, I don't mess up by giving them my OPay, and they already sent him 300,000 before even taking notes, then he came out to confess that he was the one that did all of these things. He's currently in detention in police custody, and hopefully justice comes out of this. But like I always say, by all means, stay out of trouble.